Drop a like to this video if you love Pawn Stars. Hey there everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video on Film Screeny. The Harrison family initiated their own pawn shop set up back in the late 20th century. Rick Harrison kicked off the project after his dad lost a big sum in his property business. The pawn shop was regulated by 3 generations at the same time. Despite his dad's losses in business, Rick never hesitates to undergo risks, and here are 7 times where he took big ones. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Alright, let's begin. Number 7. Vic Flick's guitar. Being a great fan of both antiques and guitars, there is never a chance where Rick would let go of a combo of both. An elderly man naming himself Vic Flick came to Rick's pawn shop with an antique guitar and told him that he is a famous veteran musician, and his 1961-made guitar has been involved in composing a number of music hits, including the legendary James Bond theme which was played on it originally. Rick had to buy whatever he was saying. With an inclusion of the recommendation from his expert, Rick made a deal in $55,000. The guitar later sat on his shelf with a price tag of $90 grand for quite a while, and was brought down to an auction eventually. Number 6. Shoeless Joe Jackson. The baseball goat Joe Jackson has his fame being passed down with every generation. For the exact same reason, his autographed merchandise holds great value to them and are highly demandable from such pawn stores. A guy marched into the shop with a book signed by the star. Rick looked into the authenticity of the product and purchased it for a big sum of $13,000. Later, on consultation with his books expert, he found out that Joe's signature was poorly forged on the book and it had no value at the shop. Number 5. Diamond rings. Commonly, the diamond is considered to be the most expensive stone in wearable jewelry. A man showed up with a couple of genuine diamond rings that looked extraordinarily beautiful. Rick asked all the necessary questions from the guy, and on the other side, the guy outsmarted Rick on every question, showing him the receipt of the purchase, which Rick never realized was fake, and bought the jewels for $40,000. To everyone's shock, police approached the Pawn Stars looking for a stolen pair of diamond rings, which Rick had to return, and his money was flushed out. Number 4. Silver investments. Years ago, an old dad advised his son to invest in silver as much as possible, as its value is ever increasing. The son, taking it seriously, started to stock up on silver with all his savings. A few years ago, he walked into the pawn shop with all the stacks, sacks, and boxes full of silver bars, grains, and coins. On further due diligence, all the stuff was found to be original, except a huge silver bar which Pawn Stars had to drill in to check. Rick paid the guy a massive amount of $110,000 against his lifelong investments. This was marked as one of the biggest deals to ever happen in Pawn Stars history. Number 3. Brock Williams. The 2001 Super Bowl winner walked in to pawn his legendary winning ring to the Harrisons. Such rings have always been a great addition to the shelves of pawn stores. When Brock himself walked in the shop, Rick had completely anticipated something valuable coming on the counter. The deal turned out to be a risk, but a great benefit for Rick, as the veteran player asked for only $2,600 as the selling price of this masterpiece. And for Rick to sell this further brought a huge fortune, as no such stuff is traded at this low a price. Number 2. Ford Mustang Hertz. Ford collaborated with Hertz for a special edition of racing cars and manufactured a batch of 10 cars. One of those cars was brought before Rick, and Rick, being a vintage car enthusiast, didn't give it much of an inspection. Purchasing a used car is always a risky decision, as only the issues arise with time after the deal has been done. Rick cracked the deal in $60 grand, where the original demand was $85 grand. Number 1. Wells Fargo Strongbox. When it comes to tough decisions, Rick takes no time to call up the relevant expert and takes his advice on whether to make a deal or not. But sometimes he trusts his instincts, which is riskier than anything on the show. In one episode, an antique Wells Fargo metal strongbox was brought in. Rick decided to buy the metal box as his guts approved the product as genuine. After the deal, when the box was shown to the expert, it was declared good as nothing. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then let us know by liking the video. Stick around for more amazing content, as we'll soon be seeing you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.